As both stars desperately want to take this crucial game, neither side would get the edge. As San Antonio prepares to inbound the ball.
What's wrong with Avery? What's wrong with Avery? Why are you so sad?
All late with the game down to the wire.
All right, welcome back to the show, everyone, and good afternoon to you. Hope you guys are having a good day so far. So we did a serious one this morning. I wanted to do something a little more chill and fun. So this is from Alan Simulations. It's been a while since I've reacted to one of these. It's going to be a 2K simulation, and this one's premise is I put Victor Wembanyama in the 1990s NBA. I thought this would be a fun idea because we could actually like kind of see a career play out and see how he stacks up in the 90s, which at his height and his range of shooting and all that, I think he's going to be just fine, honestly. Like, I think he would have to bulk up immediately to fit in, but considering this is going to be a simulation, I think he's going to do just fine in this simulation, so this is going to be a lot of fun. Anyways, you guys, I'm going to stick the link to Alan Simulations video down below in the description. That way, if you want to check out this channel, I do highly recommend it. It's like a guilty pleasure, and I know a lot of you guys have commented as well whenever I've done these, and it's a guilty pleasure for you guys too, to just kick back and watch a simulation and see how it plays out. I've even ran a couple of them with a buddy of mine, but I don't have access to that anymore. I did have a PS5 and I used it like once in a blue moon for 2K and stuff like that. But I recently gave that away to my nephew because I wasn't using it enough. So that's probably really cool. I kind of did it and I didn't realize, like, that's probably really cool. He got a PS5. Anyways, but yeah, I was just like not playing PS5, and like I could never find myself playing 2K without friends, and even then, like half the time we weren't doing it. So, but anyways, I love these simulations was the whole idea, guys. So yeah, I'm linking the original video in the description. You'll also see a list of channel members. Shout out to new channel member once again, Conquest. Welcome aboard. I appreciate you all. And without further ado, let's do this.
The year is 1990, and the Pistons have just won the championship.
Okay.
But there was a bigger story.
Question: is he going to San Antonio? Oh shit! This is gonna be different because if they still get David Robinson, then we have a Twin Towers before the Twin Towers.
Wembanyama has just joined the league as a member of the Spurs and is looking to take over the 90s.
I didn't even think about him being on the Spurs.
To do so, he'll have to outperform Jordan in his own era by challenging his airness to two different goals to determine who comes out on top.
Snap.
However, Victor wasn't close to being in the same combo as MJ just yet, because while he'd stand out as the most impressive rookie, winning Rookie of the Year, he'd still have a limited role behind an already strong front court with David Robinson and Cummings, meaning he'd be coming off the bench as the sixth man playing limited minutes. Although he'd make the most of his opportunities when his number was called, finding a rhythm on both ends of the court, doing enough to earn the sixth man of the year, and as a result helped his team land the second seed in the West.
Nice.
Which was also enough for the Spurs to make the conference.
That's crazy. So they're not running the Twin Towers setup.
Finals, but the young San Antonio roster was about to meet their match. The veteran Magic Johnson had the edge here, and even though Wemby was adding in 18 a night in just his first ever conference finals, in the end LA was the better team, winning in 5. So even though Wemby had a great debut season, it was coming to an end short. And to make matters worse, Mike was winning his first ring of the 90s to go along with the MVP he won this season.
4-1, huh? Okay. Well, that's reality.
Then giving himself a head start on Victor early. But Wemby was prepared to bounce back just as quickly as he fell down, spending the offseason grinding in the gym, and his determination would pay off. Finally cracking the starting lineup, giving him a real opportunity to prove his talent. And with the additional opportunity, he was putting up a double-double for the season, proving to be a force of nature on the court that much of the 90s NBA was far from prepared to deal with. Specifically, his outside shooting was stellar for this time period, rattling in nearly 37% of his three-point shots, which is something this league has never seen the likes of from a 7-foot big. So it should be no surprise that his play was taking the media by storm nearly overnight. And as this year's postseason rolls around, the Spurs will look like one of the hottest teams, in large part thanks to Wembanyama, who would continue to play exceptional in the playoffs, not only winning the first 2 rounds, but going into the conference finals again, and this time against Portland.
There you go. I like seeing him in a post like this,
as they hold a 3-1 advantage. That is until Clyde Drexler would heat up with his season on the line, and not only retaliating with a win in Game 5, but also scoring a personal season high of 41 in Game 6, knotting this series up for one final Game 7.
Crap. All right, does history change here?
With a crucial test as his final hurdle to make the finals. But after the strides he made this season, they
got to do it, man. Come on, him and David
was prepared to step up in this massive moment in his early career, putting on a show in his first Game 7, leading all scorers for the night, and leaving us speechless with major highlights.
Victor rolling to the bucket.
And just like that, Wembanyama was about to make his first NBA Finals appearance in only season 2.
All right, now the Bulls are in trouble. What are they gonna do? Who's gonna guard these guys? Bill Cartwright and Will Perdue? Like, they're screwed.
But if you thought that meant winning his first ring would be easy, you would be gravely mistaken.
Jordan against Twin Titans. Let's go.
Because as he prepares for his finals debut, he would be in Chicago up against a predictable opponent.
Nice
this year's MVP of the league for the 2nd time in a row, Michael Jordan himself. And after Wemby and his Spurs barely got by Clyde in 7 games, it should come as no surprise that now against MJ, this would be a slaughter for San Antonio.
Really?
Surely this series will be the start of an intense rivalry in the 90s, but this first installment was completely one-sided.
Oh my
Jordan
God.
and his Bulls were halting the Spurs run by winning the series after 5 games, now further extending his lead over Wembanyama in their ring race. But Victor's progression this year shouldn't go unnoticed.
I mean, this is how you know it's a simulation, because no offense to the Bulls, y'all know where my fandom is. Who's guarding Wemby and David Robinson in a real life basketball situation? No, I don't know, man. Maybe you can shut down one of them. Like we could work together and figure out a way to shut down David Robinson, or at least contain him. But you got both of them on the court at the same time. So what? Horace Grant has to guard David Robinson, and then Bill Cartwright got to guard Wemby. This is gonna be rough.
Because he'll be back soon enough.
All right, let's see.
Which will be sooner rather than later. As in year 3, Wemby was taking his game up yet another jump, increasing every single statistical average from the season prior, especially on the offensive side of the ball, as his assists skyrocketed by an additional 4 a night, resulting in his name landing in MVP convos. And even though he didn't claim the award, you still have to be optimistic going into the playoffs.
What's he doing right here? Is he clapping?
Claim the award, you still have to be optimistic.
2K is crazy. What's he doing?
Optimistic going into the playoffs. As heading into his 3rd straight postseason, this one would look the most impressive to date, putting up all NBA numbers on a nightly basis as his team begins to
these are my favorite Phoenix Suns jerseys.
More, and pairing that with an ever-improving David Robinson, it would only be a matter of time before our star was back in the finals again, winning the West, and I'm sure you can probably guess his opponent. Yeah, they're playing the Bulls.
Here we go.
I don't think there's a single person.
Oh man, at least it won't hurt. The Suns aren't in there.
In the world that is.
Suns didn't even make the conference finals. Seattle Supersonics. Okay.
Surprised by this. But what could come as a shock this year was just how evenly matched these teams were now. Unlike last season, the stars on both ends of the court were trading blows with one another. Mike was still dominating, with the Spurs having absolutely zero answer. But this time around, Wembanyama was able to keep up with his production. So as they trade blows back and forth, they were finding things closely contested this time around.
It's one of those things. No one can guard Wemby and Robinson, but also nobody can guard MJ. So
and with a critical Game 5 in San Antonio underway, things weren't changing anytime soon. Both sides continued to clash with one another, copying each other's moves each trip. Whether it was a fadeaway in the post for both Mike and Wemby, or a tough shot from beyond the arc, adding 3 to their total as they expand their range. And as both stars desperately want to take this crucial game, neither side would get the edge. As San Antonio prepares to inbound the ball.
What's wrong with Avery? What's wrong with Avery? Why are you so sad?
all late with the game down to the wire.
You're in the
totally
game.
up for grabs. Not only is this series knotted up, but game 5 is knotted up as well.
Victor
with
playing
San Antonio
point.
in possession. Wemby, the ball driving in, blown by everyone.
Are you kidding me?
Dunks it to give them 100, put them up by 2. 100 is huge in the 90s. This is a high-scoring game for this era.
Yeah, it is.
Mike on the other end with the basketball now. San Antonio looking to get a stop.
Get him,
Jordan
MJ.
The post
Get him,
spin.
MJ.
And he dunks. I'm telling you, they've been going back and forth all game. 90 seconds remaining in this game now. San Antonio with it again. You have to imagine Dave Robinson or Wemby's getting in.
What a
Robinson
pass.
this time.
Yeah,
The
so yeah, it's exactly what I thought. Horace Grant has to guard David Robinson.
The sidekick is Pippen going to do it.
David Robinson, 27 points and 9 rebounds versus 12 points and 8 rebounds. We know who's winning that battle.
On the other end, Chicago now down by 2, looking to match San Antonio. Mike to pull up Jay.
Get in there, MJ.
It's an incredibly difficult shot, tying it all back up again.
The deck is stacked against you, brother. Hang in there, man. Hang in there.
I'm gonna bring the ball down the court. 70 seconds left in this game. Victor kicks it out to Johnson. They're slowing it down. Wemby trying to get some off-screen action going.
Sean Elliott to
gets the ball
Wemby.
down low. Wemby
Oh, man,
over
there's no
MJ.
stopping that.
They are going back
No
and forth
stopping
with
that.
the difficult shots. This is still anybody's game to win here as they're battling this one out just under
Come on,
a minute
MJ.
left now.
It's you
Mike
versus the world.
one-on-one has the whole left side
Come
of
on,
the court to
MJ.
himself. Mike driving it in. Pippin's defender there for the help, and he draws the foul. Wow. Mike free throw one, of course, is gonna. Mike misses. Mike misses a free throw. That
MJ's, wait.
Mike free throw.
30 points, 11 assists, shooting 73% from the field. But you're gonna clank this free throw? No way.
One, of course, is gonna. Mike misses. Mike misses a free throw. That is actually huge for the Spurs. Now they have the edge up 1 with possession. A bucket here would be absolutely massive in the final moments of this game.
Yeah,
Victor
get a
Wembanyama,
stop.
Cartwright
Who's in there?
on him, getting the screen.
That BJ? All right. Well, we got 1 3-point shooter, but we don't want to be in that position. Is Wemby bombing a 3 right now?
Absolutely massive in
Hold
the
on.
final moments of this game. Victor Wembanyama, Cartwright on him, getting the screen.
Oh,
Dave
no,
Robinson,
no,
the pull-up
no.
3.
There we
It's
go.
off.
Good board,
Robinson
good board.
Bouncing in the air.
Good
Armstrong
hustle,
with
Horace.
the rebound. I thought Wemby was hitting the dagger, the behind the back move, slowing it down. They're going to Grant
Get it
in the
to
post
MJ.
with Dave Robinson.
Get
Mike
out of the
has
way.
it. Number 3 guarding him. Not sure who that is.
Get the hell out of the
Jordan,
way.
The drive in the post. The
Get in
fadeaway
there.
signature shot.
Rebound.
It rips out. Wemby gets it.
Come
They're
on,
fouling.
Pip.
They had a foul to give. Johnson ended up on the line. He missed a free throw, making up for Mike's missed free throw. Both Wemby and Jordan each
All right.
missed a
All right. Bulls down by 2, 14.7 seconds left. Let's see what happens. Come on.
clutch baskets here late in the game. Chicago timeout. This game is insane.
All right, we got Phil Jackson. Is the play going to be for MJ, or is MJ going to be the decoy? Let's see if they double team him.
Antonio, the Spurs need 1 stop. The fans need to be loud, chanting deep.
What's the read? Pick. We're gonna do a pick right here, probably from Horace. Go around. Horace ain't getting the ball back, so Jordan's got to take the shot. Let's see. Let's see what happens.
1 stop, and you take the lead over the Dynasty Chicago
Nothing,
Bulls. Michael
nothing,
Jordan
no
with
help.
it now. 1-on-1 ISO. 5 seconds. The hezzy, the spin move. Mike,
Get
the
in there,
step
MJ.
back over his
Get in there, MJ.
He sinks it in a second to spare. Wow.
That's my dog.
With only 0.9 left in the game, they would need an
Let's go to
absolute
OT.
miracle coming out of the timeout. You could take a quick jumper. A terrible
Nope.
shot, man. We're headed to overtime. And as this one extends to an additional 5
Can you
minutes,
do alley-oops from out of bounds in 2K?
eventually one side would have to be crowned the winner, but with under a minute left, it was still neck to
tied.
neck. However, Mike was
Oh, shoot. Oh, no. There ain't no one else's clutch. Who's going to go in there, man?
fouled out just
I mean, yeah, we're in trouble. Pax and BJ?
moments ago in this game. So now, Wemby has a chance late if he can just hang on. Wembanyama may never have another opportunity like this. When Michael Jordan fouled out of the game, the ball all tied up, 54 seconds left. You have to execute here in overtime and win this game. Wemby driving in, a pull-up. Jay gets it to go. What a shot!
Yo, I'm just saying right now, in reality, if the Bulls lose this series, ain't no way Jordan's retiring.
I did not expect him to go that quick. Mike was fouled out. He said, hold my croissant, I'm scoring.
Come on,
the
Scotty.
ball. Unbelievable
Come on, Scotty.
shot from Wembanyama. ground with it. They don't know what to do. Look at Chicago.
They don't know what to do.
Pippen
Come on,
take
come on,
over.
Pip.
Pip in the spin leg.
There you go.
Pippen scores it. It's all
There you
tied
go.
up.
Pretend like it's 94. Let's go.
Maybe this won't be as easy as anticipated. Wemby to spin move. Another tough one.
Yes.
Okay, Wemby is getting carried away. Chicago with it now. This should not be nearly this close. Scottie Pippen with the basketball. Almost a backcourt violation. Pippen, 24 seconds left in the game. 14 seconds left in the shot clock. Gets the screen. Pippen,
Take it over. Oh, no, you stepped out of bounds. Scotty, man. What the hell was that?
Bounds.
Give me Tony
San
Kukoc.
Antonio now coming up the timeout. 20 seconds left in the game. They can hold for the last shot. Everything is tied up. Victor Wembanyama with it.
No. Guys, by the way, I totally didn't expect reacting to this video was going to be a Bulls versus like Wemby versus the Bulls situation. I guess I should have because it was the 90s, but here we are. This is crazy.
At the top.
All right. What do you think is going to happen, guys? 12 seconds left. Game on the line. Tie game. This is for all the marbles. Is Wemby hitting this? I fear Wemby's hitting this. They're going to win this shit.
One-on-one with Cartwright. This is a mismatch.
Bill Cartwright can guard him.
A legacy moment. Sizing him up. 6 seconds left. Wembanyama to drive.
Trap him.
Pullback. Driving in. Wemby drive.
Foul. 3 seconds left. Okay.
Foul. Free throw one was good. You can see Wemby with 37 points in this huge game. Free throw number
37.
2 to extend the lead to 2.
Ooh, timeout.
Chicago, no timeout.
Oh,
the
my
full
God.
court heave. It's off.
Oh, my God.
San Antonio hangs on. What a thriller in Game 5.
Wow.
So now heading into Game 6, only needing one more win to finally be crowned as a champion.
Oh, crap. That was only Game 5? I got caught up in it like it was Game 7, man. Yeah, this is a good video. All right, let's go.
Wembanyama and his crew would roll into Chicago with their confidence at an all-time high, and they'd have enough to get it done.
The San Antonio Spurs have won their first NBA championship.
Damn. Allen, don't you dare make Jordan retire now. There's no way he's retiring if he lost this.
Well, of course, the focus would be the fact that Victor won his first ring. Now adding on to his competition, there was also another story to note as Wemby was lifting his finals MVP trophy. Michael Jordan's legacy was completely changed. No longer undefeated in the finals, and for that, he'd be calling it quits for
No, don't do it. He wouldn't have done this.
now, announcing that he'd be entering retirement to play professional baseball. So now after getting a taste of success and with his #1 threat out of the league, the floodgates were bursting open
Oh,
for Victor,
crap. Yeah, there
breaking
ain't no
up
stopping him now. The Spurs are going to win the next 2.
for his absolute best season of his career so far, pouring in his new personal high, 26 points a night, and it was clear that he was determined to take advantage with Jordan's Bulls out of the picture. Seemingly overnight, he was becoming one of the most talked about players in all of basketball, and the Spurs were right there with him as the most talked about team, landing the top record in the league,
69-13.
and most of the credit would head to Wemby, which is because Wembanyama has finally won his first MVP of his career.
Damn, dude, his 3-point shooting 47%, 89 from the line, 60 from the field. What a monster. 2.5 blocks. Yeah. He's that's a good stat line there.
He was now also
Can I
making
give you a
progress
job?
on that goal, only trailing MJ by 1, and that wasn't all. He also got the Defensive Player of the Year, and I know we're not tracking that for any of our goals or challenges here for the 90s, but it's worth mentioning. He's playing great. Him and his Spurs are looking unstoppable now with the Michael Jordan out
Oh,
of the
yeah,
league.
just give him
May
the-
have spoken
give him the
way
championship.
too soon, as the Denver Nuggets were pulling off the massive upset in the
Mahmoud.
first round, led by Dikembe
Mutombo.
Mutombo. Denver would not only stun the world by defeating the Spurs,
Get outta here.
they would be doing it in a full-blown sweep.
What? What? I thought this was a gimme championship. The Denver, the 8th seed,
Winning
swept
3
them?
straight. I'm not sure if the Nuggets just had the perfect matchup or if San Antonio's ego was getting to their head.
Damn.
But either way, Wemby's season was over.
Shout out to
which was a
Mutombo.
major letdown because his window for easy wins without Jordan wouldn't be open much longer. Mike, of course, would be returning to the NBA in the middle of the following season. And while they wouldn't have any playoff success, the Bulls were sure to be a thorn in Victor's side again soon enough.
why MJ have hair?
Luckily though, Wemby didn't have to worry about that just yet, and instead could focus on redeeming himself for last year's abysmal downfall. And to say he was making up for last season would be an understatement, because this year, he was leading the entire NBA in points per night.
Damn, 31?
pouring in over 30 a game to go along with a league-leading 3 blocks per night, which of course would be enough to earn him both the MVP and the Defensive Player of the Year for the second season in a row, except this time, his playoff performances would justify it, pushing his scoring up an even higher octave when the games mattered the most, averaging nearly 34 every night for the first 3 rounds, and after somehow not running into Hakeem Olajuwon's Rockets, would be walking straight to the finals again, where he'd face a big just as scary as Hakeem, face to face with one of ball's most exciting rising stars, Shaquille O'Neal, and his massive strength.
Okay, this is a matchup I didn't even think about. This is gonna be fun because this is young Shaq. Shaq can move. Nice shoes, dude. I swear they put more detail in the shoes than anything else in these games.
Over Victor could be a huge problem, except for the fact that the Spurs still had David Robinson, who they could throw at O'Neal and easily hold his own. So with Wemby's defensive assignment relieved, he had the chance to expend all of his energy on the offensive floor against Horace Grant, who he has plenty of experience against in his finals versus Chicago, and it would show here, as Wemby was already prepared on what to do, scoring in a variety of ways, with Grant not having an answer to slow him down.
Horace Grant, he's stuck in this situation again with a different team.
Wemby's finals averages would be on par with what we've seen all year now, and it was no surprise he'd be winning the finals MVP as the Spurs come out on top over Orlando, and what would end up being a sweep this year as San Antonio caps off their bounce back season, now giving Wembanyama 2 rings.
I mean, that's pretty realistic though. They did get swept. All right. Tied it to everything.
MVPs, knotting everything up with MJ, and with only 4 seasons to go, this one would be close, especially since Wembanyama had no plans of slowing down.
I know.
Now beginning to reach his peak abilities, and in the 1996 season, the Spurs were on fire, landing the first ever 70-win season in NBA history. But don't chalk this year up for Victor just yet, because MJ was taking things personal. In his first full season back in the NBA, Mike was taking the league by storm again, leading the league in points per night, and not only would he win MVP over Wemby this year, now taking the league in that challenge again, but he and his Bulls of course would also break the 70-win mark. So there would be no surprise that a few weeks later they'd clash in the NBA
of course.
Finals. And this would be a match for the ages, the 2 top records in NBA history going at it in a best of 7 game series.
I'm still confused as to how they got swept the 2 years ago. Like, how did they get swept in the first round of Denver? It was mind-blowing. That was supposed to be the gimme. That was gonna to turn the balance in their favor while Jordan was retired.
Both sides would be completely dialed in all the way through the roster.
Rodman's gonna help defensively.
With all the additional star talent and role players scrapping for every small advantage they could find. But at the end of the day, the true battle was coming down to the 2 biggest faces in basketball, and the media was hyping this up as the biggest showdown in sports history. And this epic battle was living up to all the lofty expectations. The 2 shared faces of basketball were going at one another with no way to differentiate who was the better player. On both ends of the floor, they were each leading their teams, making a difference in the little plays, scoring huge buckets in the clutch whenever called upon, and it was obvious that this series was going to come down.
Luke Longley. Luke guarding this that's a nightmare, dude. All right, MJ with the drive to the left. MJ can't go left.
To the smallest of details, which would all have to be decided in one last set of 48
game
minutes.
7, let's go.
Game 7, and it would take every.
By the way, how cool are those jerseys right there, man? That's sick.
In one last set of 48 minutes in a game 7, and it would take every last second for a champion to be crowned, as this one was still up in the air late. This genuinely could be the closest series I've seen on a simulation on this channel. All time.
I'm surprised it is.
Wembanyama getting the screen from David Robinson.
Man, come on.
Pull-up jumper for 3. It's off. That is an insane shot to shoot at this moment. Dennis Rodman, the rebound.
But he was wide open.
He's pushing a pace.
Get the ball out of your hands, man.
He's got the mismatch in the post.
Scotty, go get
honestly
it.
Not a bad look. They go to Scottie Pippen. Scottie Pippen slowing the offense down. They want to get to Mike. Or maybe not. It might be Scottie Pippen. They do finally get it to MJ. MJ to drive.
Oh, that's not the look we want. That's not the look we want.
The rebound, pushing the pace. 2 guys to beat. Mike on him. Wembanyama to pull up over Jordan. He gets it to give him a lead.
Jordan, don't you dare pass the ball. Don't you dare pass the ball anymore. It's it. It's your time.
Trailing by 2. Scottie Pippen with
get
the ball. The screen from Dennis Rodman. Pippen, his pull-up jumper. Pippen is off.
That's how you know it's a 2K simulation. Ain't no way with a minute and a half left. MJ is just going to sit here in the wing. doing his best 2025 basketball impression.
Scottie
No
Pippen with
way.
the ball. The screen from Dennis Rodman. Pippen, his pull-up jumper. Pippen is off. David Robinson the board. Person pushing the pace on the break.
Rodman, where are you on these rebounds?
Wemby wide
Oh,
open
come
in the
on,
paint.
Luke.
Wemby's dunk.
Jesus Christ. Oh, man. All right, keep going,
By
keep going.
4. Chicago
Hold
now
on, what were those numbers?
open in the paint. Wemby's dunk puts him up by 4.
Oh, Steve Kerr. Never mind.
Chicago now trailing. You desperately need a score, and Pippen easily gets the rim for that layup. Puts him back within 2.
Get
Just
a
over
stop.
a minute remaining. Victor Wembanyama bringing the ball down the court.
Man, I think Bill Wennington would have better odds guarding Wemby. Yeah, because we need Rodman on David Robinson. This situation sucks. Dude, can we get some weak side help on him at least? Somebody?
Wemby the step back, trying to create some momentum. Driving in a really tough play. It's off. Longley the board.
There we go.
Scottie Pippen with it now on the break.
Come on, MJ,
Michael
don't you pass
Jordan,
it.
Is he going to push the pace or is he going to slow it down? Mike, one-on-one.
Pick.
He gets the
Pop
screen
it.
from Luke.
Pop
Mike
it.
wide open
You
for 3.
dumbass,
Does
pop
not
it.
take it. Scottie Pippen in the post.
Get it
picks
back,
up
get
his
it back.
dribble, loses it out of bounds.
What's up with Scottie Pippen? Every time in the clutch, he's stepping out of bounds. What is this?
Oh, no, a foul.
Oh.
Scottie hit both of his free throws. That was an
I thought the same thing as Allen did. All right.
insane blow.
Come on.
Found a moment like this. Everything is all tied up again. Victor Wembanyama, Luke Longley on
crap,
him.
that's a good look.
Anthony, a really
big miss.
difficult layup in the paint. Dennis Rodman the rebound. Scottie Pippen with it now. 36 seconds left in this
Easy,
game.
Scotty.
Pippen, he forces a shot.
Oh, that was a big-time shot.
Pippen gets it to go. What an unbelievable shot.
Oh, my
Saving
God. Wemby's actually struggling. 17 points, 13 rebounds.
Jordan's legacy right here. Victor
Screw
Wembanyama
it.
with it, trailing by 2. And
It takes the whole team to beat this team.
Absolutely unreal turnaround for the Spurs. They were up 4 with a minute left. All they had to do was hang on. And Wemby got championship 3, but now they're trailing by 2. Victor has
No,
it.
no,
Driving
no,
in.
help.
Luke Longley blows by him
And
the
one.
foul! I don't watch these games with the audio on, so I didn't even know it was an and-1 at first. What a huge play by Victor Wembanyama to put San Antonio back out in front. 20 seconds left in the game, though. Chicago
I
has
just realized he's got Mario Kart World in the background.
the opportunity for the last shot.
All right, man. Well, we go Pippen. Is Pippen the guy today? We got Jordan again, just chilling there on the wing. All right. I don't know about this. I feel more comfortable if like Tony Kukoc was in at least. Good luck, Scotty.
This could be a Michael Jordan legacy moment here with 10 seconds left. All the Spurs have to
7.
do is to get a stop
Come
here
on.
in Game 7. It's going to be Scottie Pippen. They're not even
They're going
to Mike.
away from Mike.
Pippen
Mike's standing
driving
there.
it in.
Okay, Scotty.
Unbelievable.
Okay.
San Antonio, no timeouts. Wembanyama, the length of the court for the win. Wow.
Oh,
Just
man.
like that, MJ reclaimed the lead in this competition with his
Did we got
third
Scottie
ring.
Pippen Finals MVP this time?
And things weren't seeming as easy for Wemby as some may
I can't
have
believe the Bulls are
expected.
beating these
With
guys.
him trailing by 1 in each category, this final push will have to be his best. And since the next 2 finals would be the expected Bulls versus Spurs matchup, it was all going to come down to more battles with Mike. So for
That's
that
the only
reason,
thing I wish Allen did was show like the stat lines, you know.
first, we'll fast forward to the 98-99 season to instead save the best for last, since Jordan would retire in 98. The league was all Wemby's for the taking here. The Spurs would win it all in real life this year, so you'd have to imagine they would win it now with Victor instead of a year 2 Duncan. And as he goes on to easily win the MVP, he'd also go on to the playoffs to power straight through all the competition to face the Knicks in the finals, and this one was just as easy as the Spurs ring in real life, winning his 3rd championship of the 90s, once more tying things up with Jordan as he closes out this era. But we aren't done just
I know that's
yet.
the thing that's so unfair because you got 3.5 years here where Jordan didn't play.
The 90s close out with a Spurs championship, but don't forget, we still have to go back to 1997 and 1998.
Oh.
And with neither star winning MVP this year, we'll just go straight to the finals.
It's still not fair, but Jordan actually does have a shot at winning this.
which of course is the rematch of the 96 climactic Game 7. That's Scotty. But this season may be even more difficult for Wemby, with his star teammate Robinson out for the series with injury. And as Jordan and his Bulls smacked the Spurs with a quick sucker punch early, taking a 2-0 lead, fans would start to worry. But that may all be for nothing, because what Wembanyama was about to do was going to be nothing short of incredible. In the midst of losing the title as the best player in this era, and risking losing to Jordan for the third time now, Wemby would erupt for possibly the greatest stretch of 4 games in NBA history. He was taking full control of this series without his star teammate, and nothing the Chicago defense threw at him was slowing him down. We'd see numbers from him.
He's gonna do better without David?
Through the roof, establishing the pace of the offense, all while shutting things down defensively. He wasn't just retaliating after going down 2-0, but he was launching an all-out counterattack. Not only winning 1 game or 2, but literally the next 4 straight in a row.
What is this? I didn't expect this at all. Without
winning
David.
Yet another NBA championship, now giving him the 1-ring lead over Mike after taking into account the 99 ring, and the most Jordan could possibly do is tie this thing up. Either way though, after a performance like this, you have to give credit to Wemby as the GOAT here, but we'll still check out the last finals, which would be coming after Wembanyama secured this season's MVP, officially winning that challenge against Mike with 1 more selection. And as the actual finals kick off, with Robinson back, this one wouldn't be as exciting as the others. Mike, Pippen, and Rodman were all getting older, and Wemby was getting even better. So for one last time, he was tearing through this team, and before we knew it, he would be winning his 5th championship of the 90s, after completing the gentleman's sweep, officially crowning himself as the face of 90s basketball, and possibly the greatest to ever play, concluding this era with several accomplishments.
Okay, let's see. Okay, so Victor, this is all Victor stuff. He averaged 25, 3, and 11. 60 POYs is very realistic. 5 finals MVPs. So he got all 5 finals MVPs. 9 All-Star, whatever. Damn. Yeah, he got MJ by 1 with the MVPs. But yeah, dude, Jordan didn't play for 1, 2... I guess you can say 2.5 years, right? 2.5 seasons out of this.
Frankly, already a Hall of Fame.
I mean, Wemby capitalized on it. Like, if not, they might have split it 4-4.
Career after only playing a few seasons here, and you can only imagine how he'd dominate if he'd continue into the 2000s, which you can actually see some of by watching this video next, where I put Wemby into Shaq's career.
Now that sounds fun, dude. That's Wemby and Kobe, and then Wemby and D Wade, all that. Yeah, that would be a lot. And Wemby and Penny, dude. That actually does sound like a really fun video. I'll have to check that out, either with you guys or on my own. This was a fun simulation. I mean, to be fair, this went actually better than I thought it would, because I thought the Bulls were going to get just absolutely dismantled with these Twin Towers, but they actually put up a hell of a fight, so that ended up being a way more entertaining video than I could have possibly imagined. I think of the lineup not changing all those years, where they never actually get a solid big man. It's like, dude, who the hell's going to guard 1 of them, let alone 2 of them? Anyways, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this one. Go check out Alan's channel if you enjoy this kind of content as well. I think it's a pretty massive channel at this point, but a really fun channel. So anyways, you guys, link is down below. Shout out to members. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel if you want more content like this. I'm actually really happy to hear that Wemby seems to be healthy. Everything seems to be okay. I'm not jumping the gun or anything, but I am excited to see how his career is going to play out. Seems like a really good kid, really good mentality. And I mean, as far as like physique and skill set, I haven't seen anybody quite like him yet. So it's going to be exciting to see it all play out. Anyways, you guys, I am out of here. Have a wonderful rest of the day. I'll see you guys for an After Dark. And just giving you guys a warning, I think I'm running out of gas when it comes to the 3 videos. I've been feeling it for a little bit, and this is the first time I'm speaking it out into the ether. I think I'm gonna go back to 2 videos real soon. So it's too much editing and posting and all this stuff that's just like taking up way too much of my day. And I'm starting to get a little too consumed in this. So if it's okay with you guys, I think I'm going to step back and get back to 2 videos a day coming real soon. But for today, we're doing 3. Guys, be water, my friends.